Okay, so today we're going to be checking out Endless Dungeon. This is the closed beta. So this is not the actual final release product, but we were fortunate enough that the devs gave us access to this game in advance before it's available to most people, and I'm on one of the people who was the select few that if you watch this here on Twitch with Twitch drops enabled on your end, I already have it set up on my end, for 30 minutes, you'll also get access, well, you're also supposed to get access to the beta. The beta does last to the end of the 18th. I don't know the exact time. There was an opening cinematic that was saying, hey, this is the beta, this is all this stuff. I think I might be able to reload the game to show it, but they actually were introduced and saying, hey, this is the beta and all that. That was what was going on with no audio. I was pretty... this is a problem with a lot of games. If you're going to have an intro, make sure that's going to do story and everything. Make sure I can get to my settings first so I can fix my audio. Because some people it's going to be too loud, too quiet. All right.
Hey there. Welcome to Endless Dungeon's closed beta. The version of the game you're about to play is just a fraction of the full game. A broader adventure awaits you at release time on October 19th. We heard you in the previous open dev format and are working hard on implementing your feedback. So, you may be wondering, what have I gotten myself into? In Endless Dungeon, you find yourself stranded on a long-abandoned and surprisingly hostile space station. A mysterious gravitational pull crash lands any ship that gets too close. Many other unfortunate souls are trapped with you, and everyone's hoping to escape. To do that, you'll need to reach the station's core while acting as de facto bodyguard for a cute, crawly, crystal-carrying robot, key to opening the many doors that stand between you and freedom. But the ravenous monsters that inhabit the halls of the station are also after your crystal, and they will stop at nothing to get it. If that crystal breaks, you'll die. Alas, death is no sweet release. For reasons that you don't yet understand, you'll immediately reload in your home base, the saloon. You now have a few days left to find your way out of the dungeon. Will you have what it takes? And hey, good luck in there.
Okay, yeah, so that was the intro thing that was going on. That was I can't change my settings, I can't do all this. But yeah, so pretty straightforward story. It's an action RPG. You got a thing you defend, and you just got to push through the station. I don't really know the systems behind it because I haven't played the game yet. But the devs were kind enough to give me a key, and with the Twitch drops enabled, once you've watched for at least 30 minutes, you should see a thing at the top of your screen where the Twitch drops are, and also have access to closed beta. As you can see from the co-op button here, it is a cooperative game. I did try to schedule to have some other people tune in with me to do this. Those plans didn't work out, which it happens. Not no negative to the art content creators. Everyone's got it was short notice, all that kind of stuff. With all that said, one of the things I usually will do when we're checking out a brand new game is we're going to check the settings to see what accessibility stuff they have. Now, the absence of accessibility settings doesn't necessarily imply a problem, but it's a good thing to recognize that thing. So all this, there's nothing there that's particularly set there. Actually, chromic aberration. This can mess with people with motion sickness, simulation sickness. So I appreciate that there's a, you can turn that off. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. For audio, it's pretty straightforward. You can do that. I immediately turned off voice chat because no. Easy mode. By enabling this, you'll benefit from several bonuses. Okay. So if the game, you might have a difficulty that makes the game harder, that's a good accessibility thing. UI, we have subtitles. Yes, subtitles, make them big. Damage on monsters, sure. Always display quest objectives. We'll leave it alone. Interaction okay, so you can make it, so yeah, look at a bunch of accessibility stuff here, that's good. Keyboard and networking. Desired region. So you got a whole bunch of places, so I'll go ahead and choose US East, because that's where I'm at. If you have the Epic Games account, you can do that. If you have a Games Together account, you can do that. There is crossplay between different things. I have this on Steam, so it's available on Steam. You can have it saved in the cloud. So that's cool that you got a whole bunch of a whole bunch of different things you can connect with, so you can use your preferred platform. I appreciate that. Now, with all that said, let's check this out, because I know it's an action RPG style game, and I've seen little clips of the footage of the game, but I've otherwise kept myself in the dark on it.
Excellent choice.
Okay, made by Sega. And there's like another publisher to it as well. Okay. I mean, they're showing me a lot of stuff. Alright, so WASD appears to be movement, and it supports not just... It supports multiple keyboard layouts, because I'm in Dvorak and it's just working. We got a bunch of these dots, which I assume means I'm supposed to talk to them. I wish she'd get back up there and sing. I miss her voice. But when she lost the pianist, she lost her desire to perform. Anybody know good on the keyboards? Okay. We're the Endless Paranoid? There's some kind of distinct access keys tech we haven't found yet. So all we got now is the Astral Harbor District. But you bring me those keys and the doors are gonna open like a church on Sunday. Okay, so we're supposed to get keys to do meta progression, it would look like. Or like to progress where it can get more areas accessible. Bring me mementos from the station. They're pieces of stories. The story of the station is like a story of my family. Try not to cry at the sad parts. Okay, so there's something over here. One thing I will say is this has some pretty aggressive smooth cam, which is a motion sickness problem. So for people who deal with motion sickness, this game might be a little bit on the rough side. That does happen. And for those who don't know what smooth cam is, so you'll notice the camera isn't exactly following me. It's like pivoting and shifting and moving and all that to change the camera angles. And while that can be a good thing for people who deal with motion sickness, that unnatural like moving of the cam over time can make that can trigger the motion sickness. How do we get out of here? This place is enormous, a giant prison plunged into darkness, abandoned by the endless ages ago. It'll take a long time and a lot of pain to explore everything to figure out a way out. Fortunately, we have the reloader. Not sure how it works, but at least it gives us more than a single chance. Although, it doesn't reduce the pain of dying. And then we have different heroes that we can choose from. So we're playing as Zed. Let's see, that festival has Epic Squared. You haven't lived until you've seen Skull Taker play Cuttlefish of Judgment live. The universe doesn't need peace and love. Kids, just more guitars. Unfortunately, the squad is pretty out of it, and it was returned to the ship. Nobody was piloting, and we barely even realized it when the station grabbed us. So basically, they were out partying real hard, and they got snagged by the station. Now I'm stuck listening to alt folk rock. Okay, the food is no worse, but I'll tell you, I'm not planning to spend my days this way. Down there in the ruins, monsters loot, stuff to discover, and it hasn't been since the Endless contradicted their name. As long as I'm here, I'm going to do whatever I can to make it interesting. I've done enough runs to know you don't survive without building turrets, so you need the resource generators to collect them. That makes me think of a nice hardcore challenge. And then we have a run objective: complete the first zone of any floor 1 district without losing a resource generator or ongoing research. And we have districts we can go to. I'm assuming these are like your different maps. And the glossary is what all the symbols mean. Which I'm hoping that when we're in there, we can just mouse over and we'll see those like in game, that I won't always have to access the glossary. I'm not gonna read everyone's backstory, unless we go and play those characters, just for the sake of not killing my voice. You want me to open 20 doors? Okay. And you want me to complete the zone of demotion, zone of the Devotion Garden District on floor 1 squad that includes Zed. Okay. She's fresh from the 80s with those shoulder pads. Little bit. Alright. So that's basically a library of different stuff we got going on here. I'm looking to see if there's any other obvious things. So that's, I think, to go into the game. That would be for a different zone that we don't have access to. Okay, so it looks like there's a couple of skins that we have access to. We have access to the Rocker skin, and we have access to the Die Hard Elite skin. But the other 3 skins look like they might be locked out. They're probably unlocked so you get enough progress and you earn. Alright, well, without further ado, I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's go ahead and go into the game. So go as Zed. Oh, and we do a second person with us? Well, I'll bring Shroom because I don't know any better. Alright, so she is a little quiet. I might have to adjust their dialogue volume. Alright, remember, in each zone you must escort the crystal bot and find the zone door to progress into the station. You can take control of any hero, press space to quickly switch between heroes. Okay, so I can play as like a squad. Can I turn that screen shake off? Because that screen shake is very aggressive. I'm gonna turn you off. Anything about screen shake here? Please tell me I can turn off the screen shake, because it's very upsetting when you can't. Screen shake, no. No. Oh! So that's another thing for accessibility here. This is another thing that falls into the smooth cam kind of thing, where the cam like aims ahead so you can see where you're aiming. That's a nice feature for most people, but again, if you deal with motion sickness, that can trigger it. There we go. That's much better. I don't get why games are like it's fine to have screen shake, but sometimes it's just real aggressive. Let's see, you can also tell the other hero or crystal bot to stay in position or to follow the hero you currently control with. Hold and release space while hovering over your chosen target. You have told the crystal bot to follow a hero. Note, switching heroes won't change its target. Where does that resource listed? Okay, it's over here. So it looks like I can kind of do a tower defense thing of setting up defenses. We found a memento. Okay. So there's also a little bit of a tower defense element to this, from the looks of it. Ow, that... I thought it was going to get momentum like the other one. Above the main map, you can see with the wave indicator, it shows real-time the risk that the wave will suddenly start. Sadly, opening door increases that risk. Which door based resource production would you like to increase? Science is mostly help in the long run research better turrets. Industry is for more defense. Food is useful support and to upgrade heroes. Note, whatever you prioritize, more generators you have, the more generators you have of one resource, the higher building cost for that. Okay, so basically, I may have already gotten myself in trouble by the fact that I have overspent in that regard. It does appear there's like a mild auto aim. I'm getting stuck at it because it's trying to click on the panel. Alright, so we upgraded the weapon of our buddy. Okay, so it's saying if I get electric damage... Yeah, so I can't... Am I getting any... So, I don't know what triggers me to get more. It says I'm getting +4... Oh, I think it's per door. Okay, so I think they'll just keep spawning from there until I get electric damage to deal with them. So I'm going to have him hold the position here to try and be a first line of defense for the bot while I push on to the next area. It does seem like we recharge our health. Okay, so that should give me enough to... start producing stuff here. So what I don't get is how I do stuff like upgrade my heroes. Like they're giving me the resource, I just don't see where I actually do the upgrades. Versus the defense is straightforward and I just build it. Let's see, we found a dust unit. Use the dust to power up a dark room so you can use the room's mechanisms. And turret slots. No, the dust has some other interesting uses to discover. And I did not realize that I'd accidentally... Okay. Research station? Oh, it is. Okay. I didn't catch that the research station was its own thing. Right. So we have the research station. So you can spend science to do research. Research, it can be a new type of turret or turret upgrade of a type can already build. No upgrades automatically apply to existing turrets. But be careful. Finishing a research takes some time, during which the waves of monsters will appear while the terminal becomes another important target to defend. I do wish while I had those up in single player that I could, you know, not be under attack for a couple of seconds so I can do that. Like I get multiplayer that can't do that, but I'm trying to read and learn. Remember, press spacebar to quickly switch between heroes. You can hold spacebar. Okay. And I'm aiming using the mini-map. I kind of wish there was some way of, seeing how long I have left in the research. Yeah, it's another generator. I have no idea. Turns out I was correct. It's by the same studio, so I guess it's them being a little lazy. I mean, it could be one of those things that they may have had the previous game and like this is the sequel, or like they found the marketing on the previous name didn't go as well, so they swapped it out. That kind of stuff does happen. Yeah, so I definitely made mistakes in this run start. Like, I put the defenses way back. I should have moved those defenses up closer. Generates med kits from consumable food. Oh, please. Let me off the menu. Okay. That'd be my one complaint, is I get multiplayer. Having it so it doesn't pause, but solo, I would really like the game to pause when you're trying to read the menus. Like, it'd be different if it was voiced or something like that, where I could just listen for it. But not being able to stop, it kind of punishes you for trying to figure out what you're doing. Which is probably a short-term problem, that once you play it enough times that you learn the mechanics. Yeah, so the things that are going to be my lessons learned from this run, whenever we do die, is first of all, save that early resources to make the generators to get more resources faster. That way I don't waste like 2 or 3 doors not getting a good payout. Yeah, and they just keep coming endlessly. So I don't know what the research, maybe it's number of doors open determines it. Okay, when you leave the zone to start a new one, you keep your resources stocked, but the door-based resource production generators reset. Always make sure you have saved enough. It's not giving me information. Did you power the research room? I didn't know I needed to power the research room. I put in the material that makes it research, and then it said it was going to take some kind of time, but I don't know what the time is. Like, there was no dial or anything. Yeah, so it's unclear about some of that stuff. Okay, so I just noticed the penguin guy with me, he's a healer. Yeah, so it's just learning thing. You only played the original. I remember laying cable between the rooms. The power stuff was a big part. It has not mentioned anything about cable that I've seen. But like I said, one of the problems I was running into... I'm letting it die. Because I've underinvested in a lot of stuff, I'm hurting on that. Like, but this is usual for a lot of these kind of games. Is your first run, you don't know what you don't know, so you make a bunch of mistakes. Okay, so the wave is over. Okay. No crystal damage bonus, no hero down bonus, eliminated monsters, produced resources 76. Okay. Yeah, now the build squares, we put some turrets on there, and that's what I was saying was kind of, what I believe was my big mistake last time, is rather than investing in production at the beginning to get myself more resources, I didn't do that. And so what ended up happening is I just didn't have materials to do much of anything. +2 industry production? Okay. I'm assuming that the enemies won't come from that direction. You've entered a dark room. Dark rooms lack power, so the machines don't work, and building turrets and generators is impossible inside them. However, if you decide to spend dust, the rare resource indicated on the right side of the screen, you can easily be found in tanks. You can power the darkroom using J. J? Alright, so we got shorter range zappy gun. Okay, so I'm investing pretty heavily in the resources. Oh, why is this room red? Ah, you are going to spawn enemies. Okay, so I do need to put a defense here somewhere. So make this a choke point. Okay, so it's not always ahead of us that things spawn. Okay, we'll want to defend this, because this is our economy. Alright, so I have to get a barrier breaker to open that door, it's saying. I don't know where to put it. We'll put it here.
One for the home team.
Okay, this gun is definitely a step in the wrong direction. Alright, so destroyed my generator. Okay. Alright, so for people who've been here the whole time, I believe I just saw the prompt saying that you should have seen her drop. To get access as well. So I don't know if those are... Okay, so those do repair themselves. The downside is the generator appears to be just gone. So where did those enemies come from? Did they just get through here? They just ran on through? I still don't know how to do a lot of this stuff. I'm pretty nonplussed with this weapon. It looks cool, but we got overwhelmed pretty quickly. So the Mega Zapper thing looks... Oh, there's a thing I can read here. Let's see. Hey guys, we figured one of these out and take our chances. You should be enough to stop 8 or 10 if you squeeze. Should be. Wish me luck.
Yada yada. I sure like to chatter.
Alright, so a crystal to open that door. I need to find the break whatever first. Oh, right. The crystal is you. I didn't think that through. I need to get back to the bot now. Oh, I see. Okay, so I can right-click to fix my turrets. Oh, what? So it deliberately went up and broke one of those things. I don't really know what it's doing. Oh, that's a bigger guy. Yeah, so this is definitely really meant to be cooperative. Which, like I said, I tried to set up, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Oh, I didn't even see what you are. You've equipped with a dice. Only one device will be equipped per hero at a time, so choose wisely. Because the bot's trying to follow me, which means I can't both defend the bot and, like, guide the bot at the same time, which is a, like a cooperative thing. I mean, part of it is I'm using a short-range weapon, so I think I need to use long range. Yeah, like, I wish I could tell the bot, like, hey. Did I not read that right? To unlock this door, connect a crystal. I need time to read, game. Crystal, put a bot slot with room in the room for the action door. Okay, I mean, we're gonna lose because I had to stop and read. And that's another thing that we collab, like when one person has to stop and read how to do things. So is this the thing? I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to be bringing the bot. It's fine. We'll do a fresh start. I really wish things had worked out. I was able to get the collaborative set up. Just, I didn't have enough forward notice. Okay. So eliminate monsters bonus. No hero bonus. That's fine. That's okay. That's our first run. I don't know what the meta progression is of the game. I assume it's those keys that we find. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of people with exclamation marks above their heads. So let's see. I've collected some basic tools and components and a workbench. You can bring me your scraps or cells you find together, and I will arm this revolution.
Welcome, comrade.
Okay, I need to make the voice lines louder. They're distinctly too quiet. Voice? Adjust the volume of hero and non-playable characters' voices. Thank you. I want to make sure it's voice and not like voice or reppy. Oh, it's over here.
Let's take a look.
All right. So you have stuff. Unlocks information about collectibles on the station map. Cool. Unlocks monsters information in the archive. Repairs the drum kit on the stage. Increase the amount of scrap collected. Projectiles per shot. For... Oh, I could choose the different weapons. So the hunter rifle, I believe, is the one we start off with. Best against bot monsters. Weak against blob monsters. Critical explosion stun. The zapper, which does a whole bunch of things. Yeah, so I think we start with... I think Zed starts with this gun. So we can then give it more attack damage. Hits one additional enemies behind the first one.
I can improve this.
Okay, so these all appear for the most part to cost the biology thing. All of those I can't do anything with yet. So we'll reveal the map. Alright, so revealed the map kind of thing. And all that. And that's what I call mining for gold, figuratively speaking. Let me poke this district key and see where we can go. That's kind of my job. I figure out how to get you into trouble, then figure out how to get you out. Hacking post is now accessible. So, okay, so we have a new district, Devotion Garden, available. What am I even looking at? Life Incubator. Ah, okay. So I think... So I start here. then we'll get a door that goes into this area. We'll get a door there. We can then go to the center, or we can go back out. Or maybe it's we go out. No, it's because we're trying to reach the core. So we have two different starting points. Oh. And we have different quests for different characters. I understand. Okay, so with that, where the heck was it I switched characters? There's the Devotion Garden. There was somewhere we saw I could switch characters. I don't remember where. Do I know where to switch characters? Oh, right, it's when we go to actually leave. That's right, that's right. Okay, so this run, we're gonna try going here. I'm gonna have my first character be Bunker, and the reason I'm choosing Bunker is he has a quest. He seems to be the one that starts with the pistol. I wish I could, like, mouse over these to see what they say. Because they say passive, active, and ultimate, but I don't see what those are. Maybe I don't have access to them yet. Buy a standing room only at the gunsmith to unlock the third slot. Okay.
Hit it. Eyes open, safety's off.
I assume I could have the bot follow the... Well, no, it says follow me. We'll have to figure it out. Okay. The storage filled up weeks ago, and there are off button of deliveries. At first, we let them orbit the station, but stuff banged into the VIP yachts, and they got whiny when that happens. I already had to suit up once to sift through the flying crates and containers, so yeah, that's a big nope. Maybe we could charge tourists to do it as part of their adventure holiday. Otherwise, I'm going to glue it to the outsides of the hull and let the computers figure out the details.
Will this help our mission?
Okay. Oh, I have abilities. I don't see how to use that one. Yeah, so I have an ability to look like I... Alright. We get big cone that defends.
Evildoers. Further the cause of justice.
Alright.
We have a warrant. Hold position and maintain.
Alright, so I'm keeping her locking that corridor down for the moment. So I made a med kit. Need to find the first door breaker. And for right now, I'm going to leave her by herself, holding that position. Okay, we can put generator here as well. And do that. So your job now is to come over here.
Hold position and maintain.
And you try and hold that position. I'll try and build up around that so we get a wave. We can hold that. Meanwhile, for you, you're going to go explore the other direction. I gotta remember that I could switch characters basically at a time.
Evildoers. Equipment for justice.
Alright, so... Never mind, we'll check it in a minute. I was going to say... Let's give you a little bit more support over here. And meanwhile, I'll run over here, and I'm just going to trust that she's got that. Alright, she seems to not be losing any health at all, which is very encouraging. Alright, so meanwhile, I'm gonna quickly have her run down here, because there was a, another gun for her to pick up. I think it's a gun I don't like, which if it is, then I'm just gonna leave it on the ground. I could just do what it's doing. Well, I just realized once I pick it up, I'm stuck with it. So, hopefully she's better with it than I am, question mark? So I'm going to put her back in position, because she's protecting 2 resources there for me, as well as keeping them from going by the bot. So she can go right here and wait here. We'll continue to push. So we can research. We have a flamethrower. We have party favors. Spawns an explosive tank with a frequency equivalent to the turret's fire rate. Inflicts fire damage to a single monster. Okay, so we're gonna go for that. So what I don't know is how to tell how much longer I have for the wave. Okay, wave completed. Does that mean you're done? Cool. So I got a new type of tower.
Fight bravely.
So get those, and I'm hoping they'll be able to cover the research place by themselves. Because I assume what's going to end up happening is going to open this door, I'm going to run into trouble. Let's see, so we can upgrade if we have enough that material, which I don't. Okay, so there's our actual upgrades for our characters. I just don't have the material I need to take advantage of it.
It works. Promise?
Okay. All or nothing. We get 30% crit and minus 10% attack. A short-range, medium fire rate, electric crowd stunner. So it's extra damage, reduced fire rate, way reduced range. I think that's what I already have. Oh, no. So it's less damage per hit, but more shots. More knockback, shorter range. I think I'm going to leave you alone for right now. Because you want resources I don't really want to give up.
Further the cause of justice.
So what are you? Hey, stop it. I'm trying to learn mechanics. Okay. Okay, I've got a glowy light. Let's see. Shove damage per monster in room is higher. We heal faster. Force monsters within 10 meters to target the hero. Interesting. Oh, that gave me the thing I need to open these doors. I can't read this right now. Alright, so let's drop back. They don't seem to be spawning over there. Ooh, that is some loud thunder outside.
Cease and desist.
Okay, so my ultimate is I basically go into a defensive posture that I'm well protected, and then, you know, I can't move. It locks me in place. And I'm assuming it means I have a very tough defense at that point as well. Okay, so you're all in great shape. We're going to go ahead and put 2 of the gun turrets here to try and keep this room locked down so I don't have to worry about that. How are we doing on research? Can I do more research? So I can get... I want to read it. Oh, increase the defense of heroes, the crystal bot, and resource generators in terminals of the same room. That's kind of snazzy. I'm going to wait, though, because... Well, actually, no, I have a ridiculous amount of this. I need to be building more. Okay. So my hope is that they've got that door covered. I'll run down here. And I'm basically building defenses, so if anything sneaks by, at least it's got some protection. So it's got action RPG elements and some tower defense elements. Okay. Yes, they don't seem to be attacking anything here. I'm gonna go ahead and build another flame tower in that room. Alright. Yeah, this will be probably another choke point we have, so... Oh, I don't have the materials. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Okay, so I need the crystal bot to get here. What does this actually say? Move to open. So it triggers a wave immediately. Now, I believe that wave keeps going until we secure it. And I think this time I want to try and bring my people with me. So hopefully that's just going to handle itself. And let's have you try and hold the fort down over here. Let's have you hold the fort here.
Hold position and maintain discipline.
I'll try and cover this spot, because I put my defenses too far back. Come on, bot.
Vision leads us this way. Hold position and maintain discipline.
Okay. This is actually be a lot of fun cooperative. Like, I'm able to do this manually by controlling both people, but just having two people running around be like, hey, go hold the door, and like having that person just do it. Okay, so we finished that area.
Not one machine wrecked. I rock.
I know it's asking on the right, saying you? I guess it's for a self-heal, maybe? Alright.
We have a warrant.
So that gives me extra science production. Can I reset these? Because those are useless where they are. Yeah, I can only replace it. I can't disassemble it. I mean, it's fine. They're there.
Stay where you are.
You hold here in case I need help. Alright, so rather than keep pushing this way or put that at risk, let's run down here, open the door down here, go up there, put the generator in place. Same difference. Alright, so we got a generator that's going to give me extra material for building turrets. I haven't been using enough of the green material.
Onward. Stay where you are.
Oh. Purchase. A handgun with acid drops. So it does a high area of acid damage. We have that, so it's a short, high, fast rate. So I do want to try the acid gun, if I could save up for that. But we'll do this by going like here. Right. Those cost more each time. It's fine.
Dust. The stuff of legends.
Oh, dust. It's like, what?
Hurry, evildoers.
Nah. I'd rather have the fire rate. Okay. Alright. Guess we're opening another door. That's med kits. We're probably gonna get a wave soon. Ooh, is this upgrades? Alright. Attack damage, stunning effect from your active skill, plus defense, attack damage. Wit per monster in the room. I have no idea what wit is, and movement speed. I'll go with movement speed, and it'll probably tap out what we can afford. Alright. So we can't go through that door. gain tons and tons of scrap. Okay, so if I don't open that other door, we have only one direction they come from. So that's good news.
The mission leads us this way. Stay where you are.
There, that should give us a lot of defense. Meanwhile, don't mind me, I'm back here. Ah, it's 32. Because I think that's an area of effect weapon that will get a lot of benefit from. So the good news is we've got ourselves a nice solid bottleneck here.
Wait a minute. Like this regroup.
So she can hold the fort there. I'll run down here and start messing with this direction. Which does mean I'll be splitting up where I'm dealing with things. Alright, I only got one door I can go through. Okay, so we can have this turret's area effect inflicts acid damage to monsters. We can get a Tesla ball. Inflicts electric damage with high fire rate to a random target. Sure. And meanwhile, I need to get back up here, because that's the only direction the enemies can come from so far. And something bellowed menacingly and put a big yellow exclamation mark on my map. Can I buy it? Yeah.
Right. This is it. Are we doing well?
Okay, so I don't know what the exclamation mark blinking over there is about. And I also just realized I never built the resource there I meant to, so that's just something we gotta live with. Alright. I do have a feeling pretty soon I'm gonna end up hitting another spawn point down here, which is gonna force me to split up where I'm focusing. Really? Already? Oh, no, it's just talking about the stuff in here. Alright, so we have the research station. I do not really have enough to defend this. I'm going to try and hold this area and just hopefully my other person can hold it down where they're at. Let's see. Slow fire rate, small area effect, fireball. Increases elemental power of light damage. Sure, I don't have another one of the things, so we can go ahead and grab that. I'm not opening this door because this will give a back route for the enemies to reach. The other thing, the crystal bot. What are you? Triggers a wave. Okay, so that's where we need to bring the bot to. Okay. So we're getting ready for what is effectively the end of this round. So what we're going to do is this is the room that's dangerous from this end. So we're going to go ahead and have you stand here. Actually, I take that back. Well, if we're gonna have the wave anyway, bring it. Come on, bot, we're just gonna go as a team. That's how we're gonna handle this one. I forget how slow you are. Okay, change of plan. You stay there. And just cover her back.
The mission leads us this way. Stay where you are.
I'm just having her, you know, follow me here and there. So it seems like your companions are way more durable than you are.
The mission leads us this way. Stay where you are.
Yeah, like she's taking out like large groups of them all by herself. Remember, in case of an urge, you can hold Alt to teleport your hero squad to the current crystal bot position. Oh, that's good to know. I wanna build turrets here. Okay.
We must gather useful information. Freeze, evil doers.
Okay. So, bot, get over here.
Almost me. The mission leads us this way. Hold position and make it.
So you hold the line there, buddy. All right. Yeah, so honestly, it's been pretty fun. It's such a shame I couldn't get the collab. I genuinely could see this being an absolute blast getting 2-3 people. Oops, that's my bad. It'd be an absolute blast getting like 2-3 people in here. Okay, so follow me. Just so I don't have to do that kind of stuff. Because like people are smart enough, they're like, hey, cover the passage, or hey, you know, give me some room here.
Fight bravely.
And then take care of it.
And maintain discipline. Crystal friend. Another soldier of justice. Another soldier of justice.
Alright. So we should be able to hold this door pretty easily. We did lose one of our generators back there. Which is honestly not the end of the world, because I think that's the door that takes us out of the area, so we only missed out... No, actually, I think I got this door open before we lost the resources. Okay, it teleported us 2 inches. Alright, sure. So is that like a 1 run?
Hello. No echo. This place is beyond metal.
She says no echo, and it very distinctly echoed. Floor completed. Okay, yeah, there's multiple floor. System access report, general system failure. Repel borders activated. Note, anti-gravity and reactor below minimum safety dust threshold. Warning, hoist operation restriction. Maximum access floor 2. Warning, presence of giant defense unit confirmed. Yeah, there's no echo. Anti-grav busted? Son of a... Hey kids, guess we're stuck here. Well, that and the busted hoist. I guess we gotta take Krabby here and get it to restart the reactor. And I'm more than happy to get personal with whatever hostile doesn't want us to. The mysteries of this station appear to be infinite. Regardless, our mission lies ahead. On to floor 2. Awaiting command. Labor colony.
First one to the
Okay, so it looks like we're on floor 2 out of 5.
Expect no mercy.
It's also curious that we're going to be able to unlock having 3 people at a time.
Look lively, kiddies. Next district.
Because that's going to be interesting to have to manage all of them. Like, again, I think that's those things that multiplayer would be way easier. Okay, so we're going to get that. Oh, right, we keep our stuff between floors. Right. Alright, so right now she can stay there. I'm going to deliberately not touch anything over there. Oh, you're just a thing that gives me science. Do you keep giving me science, or is that like a one-time thing? Because you have an icon on there. Adds burning status to monsters. So, like, all monsters are now on fire? Alright, well, before we open this little tiny room looks like it just connects it to. Right. Adds burning status to monsters. Okay, I'm sensing a pattern here. Alright, how do I want to do this? Let's keep extending one tunnel. Oh, does it only do that while they're walking through there, maybe? Okay, and it's not a thing they can attack. Alright, so that's interesting. So I don't need to defend those, I don't think.
Further the cause of justice.
Heavy gun fire lance. Alright, well... Yes, I'm deliberately not opening all the doors. I know that means I have to run much farther if I get into trouble. But considering I could teleport to the crystal bot, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. So we're going to take you. And right now, I'm going to put you... I don't know if this recharges or not. We'll put you here to hold that position. Okay, so I'm not super impressed by this gun. Yes, they are going to spawn in here, and that'll give me med kits. So yeah, so we did have that. So we got 2 choke points we've got set up here. Yes, this is our big choke point right now. We'll kill the monsters for this wave. And then I could see potentially if this has more hostiles there, we put the choke point there. Otherwise, I put it in... Well, I mean, this room will probably be where we do it. They're all getting stuck on each other. Excellent. I was trying to deliberately step off to the side because I assume that enemy is from the front, it's got a shield, from the sides and back it's vulnerable. So I was trying to step off to the side so the other character would, you know, stay where she was, and I'd put the enemy between us so at least one of the two... Oh, I thought it was dead. Then one of the two of us would actually get hits on there. Alright, so we'll see what we got through here. I'm really hoping this isn't a monster spawn room. Of which it is, in case you're wondering. Can't really get around. Alright, so that means my choke point's here. Okay, so that... Let's see, so do you control the combat both characters? Yep. So, like, I can switch between the characters. But I could also sit there and say, follow me. Instead, I've got her... Actually, I should have her back here. I mostly got her wherever I need her. Because basically there's a mech right here, this little crystal thing. If that mech dies, it's game over. So, I have her mostly hanging back to protect stuff I care about. Can I? Oh, yeah, I can look at the bigger map. So we got two doors over there, and I got a door here. I'm going to go around this way, because I think that goes through both of those. So that I force them to go through. Ah, you're a lab? This is not where I want a lab. It's fine, I'll take it. But, like... It's really inconvenient that you're here, because that means I have to defend you here. Okay, so that's where I need you. All right. Yeah, it looks like all the others being held up perfectly fine by our companion down here. Oh, I totally overlooked you, little bitey thing. So my straight shooters just got upgraded. So if I go to switch that to that, it replaces for just one. So I'm going to do that because I assume the straight shooter is going to be better now that they're upgraded. My other towers aren't. I don't know if that's true, but I really only have one way to find out. I'll go and put one here as well. Do you want to do more research? That opens a new tower. Increase defense of heroes, crystal bot, and all that. That's an upgrade for the Tesla thing. So you have the big door there. Yeah, so those doors require the bot to show up here. So we're at the point of moving the bot to this location, which is when things get real messy. I'm going to hold off on doing that for the moment. I'm not going to open that door. And the reason I'm going to hold off for that for the moment is we've got a door down here that I believe with everything we got down here in this spot, that'll protect our room over here, assuming we don't have enemy spawn over here. Thank you for the quick research. Of course there is. Alright, upgrades. So we can get heals health per second. Shove does more damage. So we have more knockback or more damage. I'll take the damage. We can't afford any of the rest. Alright. I can't afford more. So.
The mission leads us this way. Stay where you are.
We're going to bring our friend here to this spot.
Stay where you are.
Because there's not enough defense here to protect that by itself. And I do feel comfortable that I've got way more than enough murder in this hallway to deal with that. The big thing is going to be here. Alright. So we're calling the bot, and I'll have to cover it by myself. So we're using our ultimate, which makes it very tanky. This is not going well. I'm being absolutely bullied. Come on, little mech guy. Come on. Get in there. All right. Alright, so the wave should hopefully end soon. Actually, I switched characters. What was the point of the game? You are trying to escape the space station, and to do so you have to like fight your way through it kind of thing. But you need to guard the little robot to do that. So it's got kind of a weird like action RPG, but also tower defense like elements to it. Alright, so we did escort the bot to getting more stuff open. Okay, so we could put a generator here. Is this a room that enemies spawn in? No. Let's go for the hero upgrade resource. And meanwhile, there was a hero upgrade room here somewhere. So that's the research. Those will trigger another wave. I don't want to do that yet. Let's try and get the research room first. Yeah, now the idea is that it is sort of a bit of a tower defense thing going on here. It's also an action RPG in the way you do that. It is cooperative. I was not able to get people together to do the cooperative thing, though. Like, I tried, but it didn't work out. Let's see. When no damage is received for 4 seconds, reduces the next hit to 1 attack damage. 25% crit chance when no other hero is in the room. I will take it. But yeah, so the idea is you do some resource management, you have some tower defense aspects, you have lots of like action RPG aspects. It is cooperative. I don't know what the max number of players is. It might be 2 for now, and then you unlock 3. It might not follow the same rules as when I'm playing solo. That I don't have the answer for. Alright. But every time you open the door, you have a chance of triggering a wave. Some rooms are just dangerous in general. Yep, nope, you will not have seen it. This is the closed beta that just became available a couple days ago. But that said, with the closed beta, if you're tuning into this channel and you're here for at least 30 minutes, then you will get access to the closed beta. It's a Twitch drop. Okay, so we've had a wave is triggered. You've seen gameplay of it. Gotcha. Alright, so I'm gonna get hit pretty hard from multiple directions. Unfortunately, I have my other characters covering the other direction. I'm trying to protect the crystal bot because if it dies, you get a game over. Also, if you die... Don't be a jerk. One enemy ran past real fast to hit the stuff behind me. I can't afford it, otherwise I'd put stuff there. Alright, so I couldn't afford to use this if I wanted to, so that just gets to stay the way it is. But we are going to want to add some defenses back here somewhere. Let's go ahead and open this door. Okay.
Condition.
Could you leave me alone for a minute? I'm trying to read.
Yeah, good as new.
Okay, so we have the shock weapon, which does a lot more damage but much shorter range. And then we had the pest sprayer before. And shove knockback. Deal.
Knowledge is good.
Yeah. So it's another place enemies will spawn, which is actually a pretty big problem for us. Long range charged. Oh yeah, no. We're out of the fire rate. Okay, so that's the exit to this floor, I believe. I'm hoping we won't trigger another attack by opening this door. It is warning us that we are pushing our luck. Oh, you drill the material here. Okay, well, this actually works out. I think there'll probably be more than enough defense, because it will save some materials for the next floor. Come on, get ready to drill, buddy. That is unfortunate. They seem to be just blasting past us. Alright, we're going here. So we're going to try and get our companion here to help us, because we're leaving. It's gonna buy me a little time, and hopefully our companion is slowly dying, which is not what we want. Why are you not opening the door? Why are you not opening the door? I need you to open the door. I literally cannot hold this. There. I have to apparently actually face it, not just stand near it. Companion, I need you to actually, like, heal.
Stay where you are.
I need you not to be a hero.
Secret of justice. Onward.
You went down at a terrible time, companion. Okay. It just teleports us out. I was like, I can't help you. We're on the final way of being overwhelmed. Alright. So we did unlock the next area by going there. Okay, the crystal bot can be upgraded. So we can have the crystal bot. Yeah, so use the crystal shard. Adds 2 food generated for each door opened is one option. We can add the crystal bot speed to all crystal actions, so it takes less time being vulnerable. We can have it heal itself a little bit for each zone and exit opened. I think the correct thing to do is to take the thing where the crystal bot heals, because it's at about half health. The thing I want to do is the thing where I just get way more of the materials to upgrade myself, because then I can fight more. Let's be greedy. Let's be greedy. Who needs to make good decisions? You stay here.
And maintain discipline.
You are not wrong. Okay, so that appears to be the way out.
We have a warrant.
It works. Promise.
All right. So we have a meta taser. And we have basically the same gun I've got. Well, no, this is, I want that. That's what I want. I was going to try and save up. Is that 29 I need? 41. So I do want that. Well, that's deeply upsetting. So far, nothing in this room. Bug Mama.
I presume that was
Okay, so you only do damage sure if you hit from that side. So something had disabling effect on me for a moment that took me a moment to realize what's going on. Trying to give some cover points that I can. Try and keep some of these enemies off of me. have her hold here. That way I can focus on the boss and not have to worry about all like the little crap. Alright, so we're holding up so far. I don't know if she's gonna have like a phase 2 or something I gotta worry about. Oh, I'm gonna catch that one. Alright. Alright, so shoving it does next to nothing. And I'm avoiding the temptation to go into like my stationary tank mode because I have a feeling me just standing in that acid is going to be more harm than good. I guess just keep going to open doors? Because it said wave complete and she's just staying tanked. Right, that's the thing I need to open the door to get out of here. That's med kits. This will probably open another area for enemies to come from. It did. So I'm assuming what'll happen is now we'll trigger another wave. Because I believe we've revealed the whole map. I really hope she has that, because I can't do a whole lot to help her. I need to back off for a moment. Let's run back here and grab the healing thing. Alright, so we used our heals. Oh, come on. I need you back here.
Stay where you are.
Alright, we completed the wave. Can I open this door yet? Okay, so this is time for me to like rally and heal and do all that kind of stuff. Or build new defenses. I've got some supplies, but not a good place to put them. Because I could use dust to clear this room, but I don't really need that. I grabbed a bunch of heals for myself. Wish I had enough materials to do anything with that. Alright, so we've got some heals. Find a way to enrage it again. First of all, let's run over here. Let's have you grab a heal or two for yourself. And get you back in position down here. It's a way to re-enrage it. It's not going to be anything related to building something. Or using the dust, because I could run out of those things and make it impossible to do. I can't open the door till the boss is down. I can't imagine it's bring that in there. Oh, there's more doors back here? Please don't do this to me. Alright, little bot. You get to do something real dangerous with me, friend. I need you to go into this room over here. Because I'm going to need you to stand in this room. As far back as I can get you.
Stop there, crystal friend.
Are you not going to defend yourself? I'm okay if you choose to not defend yourself. I can live with this. Maybe bringing the crystal bot out of its defensive position. Oh, there it goes. She just needed a moment, that's all. I just realized if she starts targeting the crystal bot with that, I cannot do anything to protect it. Oh, that's not what you want. Come on. Okay, so this is like a weird, over-the-top, like, tower defense slash action RPG boss fight situation. Please die now. Come on, we're gonna push for it. With how this plays, I keep expecting or wanting there to be a dodge roll, and there just isn't. A beverage recipe has been collected. Bring it to the Salon Cafe. Alright. And the wave thing is super angry. Like, that tells me how close we are to having another wave. Oh, okay, it just teleported. There's like, please don't make me fight this thing out anymore. My companion's basically dead. Alright, well, that's a second floor done. Yay. System access report. General system failure. Repel borders activated. 4 crypto keys detected within floor 3 districts. Warning. Hoist operation restricted. Maximum access floor level 3. Warning. Presence of hostile artificial intelligence. This hoist is like a bus that stops at every corner. I want to find the red AI driving it and permanently fix their attitude. Plus, sure, find whatever the core crypto keys are down there. I'll tell you, weird as heck is the new black. I will kill you if you continue. What is this? Executing attacks on innocent robots? Sending vague threats to unknown parties? Have you no manners?
More metal.
2 down? Wish I had something sharp enough to notch this weapon. Except, it might blow up in my face. Floor 3, your butts lined up with my boots are itching. Here comes Zed. Awaiting command. Life incubator. Alright. So it's been interesting that we are already getting to floor 3, yet we've only gotten one single upgrade with meta progression that we're not even using the weapon that we got the meta progression on. That said, it's been a couple dodgy places. And, alright, you stay here, lady.
Onward. Hold position and maintain discipline.
Give me that sweet science. Thanks, I hate whatever that is. What do you do? 20% max speed to heroes and monsters, depending on the health lost. And I have to pay dust. Why? No. I don't want to make the monsters faster. We definitely need to replace our weapon. I really wanted to do that on the last floor, and it just didn't work out. Death darts, heavy gun, long range, slow firing, but high acid damage. Alright, look. Why is it all dark in here? Yeah, cone, mid-range, medium fire. So how does this work? Go for the acid one. Alright, so you drop back here. That seems like a reasonable choke point to keep you at. I don't like it. Alright, well, we're doing it anyways, so give me the material. So it's the only place that enemies can come from right now. Ah, they like covered the turret with like cocoons and it stopped firing well. Yeah, they do repair between waves. That should be a choke point to keep them from coming from either direction. So with that, we've got this thing online. I'm instead going to switch what directions I'm going from, because that should hold up that area pretty well. That's fine. This does mean I'll be fighting from 2 fronts, but I think that'll be better. Okay. 30% speed to monsters in dark rooms. Why would I do that? That's just straight up bad. Like, unless I get extra benefit because I make the monsters jacked. Finishing move. Shoving instantly kills monsters at lower health and heals the hero for 40. Interesting. So that's where we're going to be taking the bot to. Alright. Investigating more materials here. Alright. Okay, I think the other character's holding up just fine. Put ourselves in our tank mode. We're getting absolutely shoved around. Don't you dare sneak past me going after my resources. All right. You are super tanky. I have got to get this weapon replaced. I am not doing nearly enough damage. It was fine a couple floors ago, but we are really struggling now. Return damage. 100% efficiency on ultimate skill. So we take damage, we do damage. Plus 8 wit when no other hero in the room. Minus 8 wit. I don't know what wit does. Attack damage when other hero is in the room. I don't know what... Sure. It's like you're telling me things that I don't know what they mean. Okay, a massive damage bonus at the cost of fire rate. Okay, we can do research from here. Sure. Because that's the turret we've been building the most. That's upgrading that. Okay. All right. Okay. So I got a huge upgrade there. Gonna take a while for that to get upgraded. So that's where we're gonna ultimately take the bot. So we keep opening the doors from this position. We should get some good stuff out of this. And I can make this a choke point to deal with any hostiles from this side. Please give me a new gun already. Now, that's the stuff we need for our upgrades, so that's pretty good. So can't open that. So research-wise, amplifier increases the damage of heroes across the bottom turrets in the same room. Spotter, when monsters are in this turret's area effect, critical chance is increased of heroes. Acid sharpshooter inflicts salvo of acid damage at long range to a single monster. Diagnostic repairs over time other turrets in the same room. Instantly repairs other turrets in the same room if this turret is shoved. Absolutely, that sounds amazing. Because then I can put this here, and they should be able to mostly cover this themselves then. Don't you dare try and sneak past. You're a bunch of jerks. So they just ran past our turrets. They're just going for... Should have done that a while ago. Okay, that was dirty. They, rather than fighting me and the turrets, they just bolted right past it and just went for the bot. Honestly, I think these turrets can mostly handle that on their own. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put her over here.
Stay where you are.
To hold the door in case anything tries to do that again. I'm surprised they didn't attack the machine. Oh, I think those enemies don't actually attack the machine. They, Let's put the diagnostic thing here,
Another soldier of justice.
which repairs stuff. We'll also put a turret here, again, to deal with when they try and sneak past me. Alright, so let's keep searching around here so we can find. I don't want to open the other door. We want to keep our choke point. Still need way more for I take more upgrades for my character.
We have a warrant. Hurry, evildoers.
Interesting. So that's where the bot needs to go. Oh, I see. I can open the door to make the route faster. What are you? And that probably connects over that way as well. Very clearly, we're in for a fight in this room. That's fine. I kind of figured that was coming. This is gonna be tricky because I have 3 different routes to defend. Alright. Stop electrocuting my turrets. I see what you're doing there and I hate it. So apparently those ones that don't do like any damage, really, what they do is actually run ahead and disable your turrets. Alright. So we can't open that yet. Kind of want to save up for the shield upgrade. Yeah, so if I open that up, I am going to open that up because those can hold that area, and it does mean I have a path that goes through here that's real dangerous. The alternative is I could then take this past here, but I'm assuming there's going to be a hostile room. Find and trigger reset. Please stop, I can't see anything. Okay, well this is the new mechanic we just learned. So we can have it where systems get disabled. Alright. Blackout completed. Cool. That's wonderful, thank you. Yeah, if we have to go this route, that'll be a problem, I think. Because I have to run them past 3 different hostile doors. Still don't know what that's about. I mean, I assume we have to bring the bot here, so I'm trying to explore the area before I start dragging the bot with me everywhere. Okay, so you have a pest spray that does a short-range cone of acid. And you have a heavy rail gun. I'm assuming that's from my other character. Alright, we have new enemies. Alright. So, if I open that door, I can take the bot around this way. And I have to go past 2 nests. If I go around the other way, then I have to deal with all of that. Actually, wait, can I open this door to the... Can I open this door? Did I get the breaker thing? I've lost track. Okay. I'm assuming that must be out. Should have made that diagnostic one. Did we open the door? That's the thing I'm debating right now. Because what happens is, if I open this route, I now have a full circle that literally I can get hit from all sides. If I leave that door intact, like everything's gonna come around from one direction, but I have to fight my way through it. Whereas this one fully cuts that one offline. These mostly cut those 2 offline. It'll be just this area that'll be the really bad spot. I think we go for it. I think we leave the door the way it is. I bring you up here. You're gonna hold this position as best you can for me. So that way, coming across here, I fight that. You know, I changed my mind. No, you do hold this position.
Hold position and maintain discipline.
And the reason I'm saying that is that way we have it covered for when she goes to cut through there. For when we go to cut through there, I'll have to fight here, but there's a lot of turrets here. I can just summon the bot, and it should make it to me without a problem, because that should be held up. We can go through here. And I just hold this room down, and then once we get to this room, then I you know, escort the bot. Alright, so she's holding the fort over here. Alright. Seems like things are going okay. Alright, yeah, I think that's the right choice. Where do you download the game after you've gotten the drop? It is available on Steam. I do not know if that's where you go. I'm guessing the drop will have it. If it gives you a CD key, you just go into Steam and you choose Activate Steam Product. And that should do it. If it has some other place, they do have a website for the game. I do not have the URL handy off the top of my head. But you would be able to find it on the Steam page as well. If you do !Steam, it should give you the link to the Steam page if that ends up being the thing. Like you won't have to do like buy it or anything like that. You'll just drop a key. Have you ever activated a thing using a Steam key on Steam? All you have to do, let me see if I can do this without like. Yeah, so if you were to go in here, let me go ahead and quickly show. Yeah, so if you're going here, you just go up to where it says Games, activate product on Steam, and you drop the key in there. If it gives you a key. I actually don't know what it's giving you for how it presents it to you, because I was given a key, so I don't know how the drop works. Like if someone does have that information, that would be handy. Alright, so I've got the thing for popping open the doors. So I've got a door there and there to pop open, and nothing to worry about over here. So good news is, as long as I keep her relatively in the position she's in, she should cover what we've got here. Let me just go ahead and deal with this. Alright, so that's to get out of here. That actually shouldn't be that bad. Is there anything I care about in this room? There's a box. Let's be fast. Nope. Okay. So I've got this. We're just gonna make this the final push. So I'm gonna focus on trying to hold this spot.
The mission leads us this way. Hold position and maintain discipline.
This is not going the way I want to. Look, I need you here, Zed.
Hold position and maintain discipline. Safety
Alright. So we should be good here. With this many turrets, we should be able to hold them at the door. It's just a sketchy when it's trying to drag them past that door where the enemies are spawning. But yeah, if someone does get the redeemer they get in, if you could just let me know that it's one working and how it was done. I'm assuming they sent you a key. That's my assumption. If not, the only other thing I'd see is because I don't know how you'd bind it with Twitch that doesn't involve that. And actually, there's another way. It could be that they would have you sign up on their website and link it up with Twitch, but I would be surprised by that. Okay. Cool. Interesting that that door is already open. I won't be? Oh, you won't be getting it? That's fine. If it's not your jam, it's not your jam. That's the basic thing. If anyone can confirm that, like, it's working. That's all I want to make sure is that however it works, I can give people informed information. No, if they do it that way. Yeah, no, and I understand that. Did you stop? Are they just endlessly spawning here? Is that just what this is? Now I gotta deal with a never-ending spawn? Okay, are you done? Oh my god, please. Alright. I'll look at the game, but I don't know if I won or not. Yeah. Well, the thing is going on with right now is if you watch for 30 minutes, you get access to the closed beta for free. So if you finally figure it out, you have to create an account on their website and then link that account to Twitch and Steam. And they communicate, let's see, and then they communicate all through the link to your library and the Steam. Okay. So basically you have to sign up on their website. That's fine. They don't ask you like a bunch of ridiculous information, it's just email and then connect it to Steam. That's not unusual for a lot of things that have their own launcher. You know, I totally get people who don't want to do that. Heals 40 health per second for monsters in the dark room. So I turn that off with that. Minus 80% speed, but plus... Okay, so it makes the monsters super tanky but slow, which just means you can shove them real easy. What the heck are you? Oh, that's the upgrade for the drill, or for the mech thing. The crystal thing. Apparently it's the Sega account. I just tried all these single games with their own launcher, despite being integrated to Steam. Yeah, so I think the reason why they have their own account on this one is because they have it set up so you can use Steam, you can use Epic, you can use, they had a third one I didn't actually know the name of, like it wasn't Good Old Games, right? That. So it looks like they are trying to be good about being on every platform, but they do have their own like separate account thing. But yeah. No, I totally get people not wanting to do their own separate account. That's just loud nuts. Like, I totally get people not wanting to set up on another thing. I don't know. I don't mind it too much, because even, like, a lot of Steam games, like, for example, Path of Exile, when you set it up, it sets you up on a third-party website as well. Like, they have their own thing as well. Now, like... individual, and to be clear, you sign up an account, you don't install a third-party launcher. If it was a third-party launcher, I would absolutely not be on board with it. Extreme Evolver's Special Wave. Say what? I'm assuming this is a wave I actually do need to, like, bunch up. Oh, we are getting absolutely cornered here. AI, be smart enough to get behind them. I need you to get behind them, please. Here, I'm trying to circle them so you get behind them naturally. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think Sega's the publisher, though, not the developer. Well, I mean, involved with the publisher. I actually don't know the structure of who's who. But yeah, no, that's good. Like I said, I'm not cool with third-party launchers, but, like, having to have an account that's not directly on Steam, I'm fine with. Like, almost any game that has, like, cross-platform support has that. Okay, apparently I'm upgrading those. Yeah, the game's been fun so far. I imagine this is way, way, way better collabing with people. And I know I can get an upgrade for my little robot with that. Yeah. It's funny you brought PoE. I don't have it yet set up through Steam. I played PoE prior to it getting Steam. I'm way back in the beta. Really hit launchers of all type. And even resisted Steam for as long as I could. Yeah. I don't mind Steam. Like, the thing I dislike is when I use one launcher and then it forces me to open another launcher. That is a real big pain point for me. Which this game does not do. Like with the... Ooh, okay. Like with For the Longest Time, everything by Ubisoft was doing that. Where you'd open Steam, and then it would open Ubisoft's thing. And it's just like, could we just not do that? And theirs wasn't even a cross-platform thing either. Oh, is that finally a gun we can take? It is for the other person. A mid-range cone acid damage, strong against blobs.
Okay,
Sure.
kids, time to make it mess.
Alright, that actually probably shouldn't be too bad. Alright, I need you to get back into position real fast. I can't remember, was this room hostile over here as well? No. I don't know what I accidentally bought, but I'm unhappy that I accidentally bought a turret because it's trying to get through the menu. What did I get? Is that the upgrade one? The diagnostic? I don't know. I think it's a diagnostic. Alright, trying to defend the robot. Yeah, don't really know what the upgrade of the turrets. That's not super well communicated. There's a big issue you have with DOS 2. I don't know what you mean by DOS 2. Those things you always got to be careful with abbreviations, that people aren't just going to universally know what abbreviations you're saying. Unless it's like within context, like for example saying PoE. Divinity Original Sin 2. Gotcha, thank you. Like if we're playing Path of Exile and you say PoE, no problem. If you say PoE like out of context, and if I said that, you know, call me out on it. Like if I said PoE just on its own, like out of context, it can mean over 8 different games. Baldur's Gate 3. The launcher launching instead of the game. Did Baldur's Gate 2 a launcher? I'm trying to remember. I mean, I'm assuming it did with what you're saying, but... So, the problem I have is she is not holding that down on her own. And I can't be in... Well, I mean, I can be in both places. I could swap characters super fast. Yeah, you figured Baldur's Gate 3, Lurian Launcher, that you know thing. But that's the thing, you said BG3. That doesn't necessarily mean Baldur's Gate 3 either. But yeah, no, I didn't catch the Lurian Launcher. I just saw the abbreviations, and my mind was like, what? So I didn't get the chance, like, putting the context together. It's generally an accessibility thing is to avoid abbreviations, unless, like, it's already kind of been brought up before, or within context, like, it's straightforward. I'm actually not gonna... You know what we're gonna do? Actually, I take that back. Increases the attack damage of heroes. Hollow here attracts monsters, absorbs a certain amount of damage. Alright, that might be absolutely screwing us, but we'll see. Dandelion Office Simulator 2. Well, it's not that I knew there's something else in the same abbreviation in that case. I just didn't recognize what it was, because I am aware of Divinity Sin, but I didn't remember that they were the same devs as Baldur's Gate 3. I'm pretty sure I just lost this. Alright, our companion is down. They're destroying my research terminal as well. I can't be in both places at once. Oh, we lose. PoE, power over Ethernet. Well, there was PoE, was power over Ethernet, Plains of Eidolon, there was Pillars of Eternia or something like that, Path of Exile. Like, we sat down one day and we came up with 8 different things it could be like, and we didn't include the power over Ethernet. We were talking just names of game or important things in games. And it's just a thing. Just be careful with abbreviations. That's all, like, I'm not trying to call people out, it's just like, just be careful with that. So we had a pretty good run there. Okay. Oh. It's showing me the beta footage thing?
Thank you for playing through this closed beta. We hope you had as much fun playing it as we did creating it. Please remember that this was just a glimpse of what the full game will have to offer. If you're interested in sharing your experience, co-creating with us, and hearing more about the game, come join the community on Games Together.
Games Together is the website you sign up.
And will launch on October 19th for everyone, and 2 days prior if you own the Last Wish edition.
I'm willing
Thanks
to
again
bet.
for playing. Sayonara, and see you soon.
I'm willing to bet. Alright, so I'm gonna skip that for right now. I'm willing to bet what's going to happen is, I don't know Yeah, no, it wasn't that. What I think probably happened is we advanced to a certain level that was like the end. This isn't the full version of the game. This is the closed beta. You don't have access to the full game. It's a subsection of it. And we were on floor 3 out of 5. So I'm assuming that was like the last area. So I don't know if it's like you're allowed to have X number of deaths and then they kick you out, which I mean I could jump right back in and keep going. If I wanted. Yeah, so I don't know what the thing is. He just reminded me of Silicon Valley when Russ and the guys were talking about, I don't know, return on investment. And I thought they were talking on return on investment. Russ is talking radio of internet. Oh yeah, but no, it's so for people who don't know, who haven't been around the channel, I advocate for people with disabilities and neurodivergent conditions. So accessibility is a thing we talk about a lot on the channel. But so that's part of the reason why, like, it's not all the things that, like, oh my god, you used abbreviation, I'm gonna time you out or something like that. But it is a thing where I will, you know, when I see something that is an accessibility thing, I'll usually be like, hey, you know, let's try to do that, that's better. Just because that is part of the advocacy. That's also a reason why you can't really see on this scene right now much, because the only text is, I don't have my mouse right now, but it's only down there in the far corner. It's also the reason I use that font as dyslexia, and it's a dyslexia-friendly font. So, like, the tops of the letters are less bold than the bottoms, so it's much easier to see the break between lines. And they also do stuff like B, D, Q, and P, where, you know, those letters you can flip and rotate them, and they become different letters. One of the ways that dyslexia expresses itself is it does that mirroring and flipping kind of thing, which, you know, when you see letters jumbling around, causes confusion. Yeah. So, it does stuff. And it can be little things like the B and the D, like, maybe the B has a little bit more of a curve to it. It's just that they're not directly mirrored and stuff like that. It's just little things like that. Yeah, so this is the thing where I got that. So we had finished that. Completing a zone without losing anything. Yeah, so I don't know what that did. Oh, I think it gave us the chips, and then we would use the chips to do upgrades. So let's just take a look at what we've got over here.
What do we need?
Yeah, so these are the upgrade things we saw before. Oh, I see. So the chips are options I can spend stuff on. So I have 13 points. So there's your meta progression. So that's the roguelite mechanic. And then we would slot that in. It looks like I would unlock more chips. So in this case, so that one's 30% attack damage. That one's 20% attack damage and minus 15% max health? Maybe there's like different benefits and all that. So I could buy this and then slot that in. Do you know what is the maximum amount of players for co-op? I don't. I'm guessing 3, maybe 4. There is, so this is the thing. I'm not gonna actually start another run right this second, but I'll show you. When you go to choose your character, I'm assuming this is where the co-op happens. That it looks like I get to play one character, set another, and then once I get to a certain point, I can get a third. So maybe it's 2 to start, 3 later. I don't honestly know. I assume from what I've seen in the trailers, I've seen at least 3 people on a map. So I would guess maybe 3. And then we could also upgrade our individual weapons, which there's a pretty decent number of weapons. Looks like there's maybe 4 weapons per character, 3 or 4 weapons per category. And it could be since I didn't see the last character at all. And then we can also get upgrades here. It looks like there will be DLC for cosmetics. That's not super surprising these days. It is 3? Just like that line? Gotcha. I figured it was probably 3 just from that screen. Let's see, our new and improved bar is officially open. And with this, future SPs that can create beverages, I'll provide all sorts of boosts for expeditions. Together we shall discover wealth of performance enhancing consumables.
What do you need today?
Alright, so that's another new thing that I figured out. Okay.
The customer is generally right.
Got 3? No, it's all good. So this means before, let's see, before each run you can use a mix. So this is like modifiers for the mix for the run. This one is you simply have, you know, a sip of this and your heroes will feel better at every shove on monsters. Sadly, it lowers the defense and medkits don't really heal, but make heroes briefly invincible. So what ends up happening is we lose our medkits, and our defenses get lowered, but our shoves heal us. So it's almost like a vampiric effect based on your shove, which has a cooldown. Okay. So you have mods there. What's going on here? So the procedural factory is now available. And then so when you mouse over the different zones, they have quests. So all 3, well, 2 of them have quests in the procedural factory. One of them has quests in the devotation garden. And then the other ones we don't have quests yet. Yeah, and we were in the life incubator. We did not get to the core. This seems to be implying... Okay, so if I'm reading this correct, it says active core defenses. So it seems to be implying that what you do is you go through here, you would clear the life incubator. That might disable one of the core defenses. Then you'd pop out here, go to the next one, pop out here, go to the next one. You get the idea. So you effectively start on your outside area and then kind of work your way through all the zones, which seems totally reasonable, because it actually sitting there is like, man, like we're already on level 3. That's pretty fast. And my assumption is we'd get these later ones, and those would be your harder difficulty runs. I mean, because of these, Life Incubator, Transcendence Center, and Hive Mind. Hive Mind to me sounds like the worst one. And we get all sorts of cinematic. Well, actually, and I got a bunch of unlocks. Like this is telling me there's a key that I only got 5 out of 36 of the things we get to upgrade our people from this section, and 2 of the 4 whatever that camera thing is, the media file thing, and that's what we've been playing the most. Huh, cool. Yeah, so basically that implies that a run, like this is kind of like Hades, where you go through, you do a run, you get some meta progression, you do a run, you get a meta progression. There's a bit more weapon variety than Hades, and you have character variety. That's how you don't have like the speed dodge. It's not as frenetic as Hades. Instead, they add like a little bit of a tower defense element to it as well. And then you have like teammates. I would say Hades, the weapon variety is far more distinct, because they're just, each weapon is absolutely different. Versus this one, it felt like each character has kind of a play style, but then you have like your regular neutral weapon, you have like your acid weapon, your fire weapon, you get the idea. You have like a weapon that can kind of snipe, versus a weapon that's more like a shotgun. So I think that's pretty cool. And we've only unlocked 2 of the intro areas, and there's another there. Let's see if, I'm assuming, because we have, each character has different skins. Yeah, so this one, so that's a quest reward, that's a skin pack. So it seems like you do get some cosmetics from quest rewards. So I'm assuming the Pioneer skin pack is like your pre-order thing. Or like early adopter thing. That would be my guess. Just by the naming convention. That said, honestly, where we've knocked out the, like a full run, or we've got to the point where the demo is like, hey, or the closed beta is like, hey, you did the closed beta? I feel like that's a good place to be like, all right, we've done it. Because we did start this at, yeah, we've been at this for almost 4 hours, I think. Little shy of 4 hours. So yeah, so I think that's actually a good spot. So I'm gonna end the recording for putting this on YouTube. So I'm gonna say like bye on the YouTube side, but that's just because it's a recording. So for all those who are gonna see this on YouTube later, catch you later. Goodbye. I actually need a new outro for that.